So, today I wanted to do story time, just because it kind of felt like it. So, I've been reading this book on ethical hacking and stuff and penetration testing. And it reminded me of a couple of stories I have to tell. So, we're doing story time with Isabella. So, I want to talk about times I've been hacked in video games. Times that I can prove I'm hacked, not like fighting against hackers like, oh my god, that guy is so cheating. No, these are not stories like that. So back in, gosh, one of the early CODs, I want to say, I think it might have been the original Black Ops, or the one that came out after that. Could have been Black Ops 2 even. But it was like around that era, like many, 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 many years ago. That was my first time I ever got hacked on a video game. This was back on the Xbox 360. And so I hadn't played COD in a while. So I decided, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to play it. So I load the disc in. I pull it up and I go to multiplayer. And I am significantly higher level than I was before. I don't remember what level I had got to off the top of my head, because again, this was many years ago, so I think the guy got me up to like level 50 or something. And I'm pretty sure I was like level 10 before, because I didn't really play much multiplayer at the time, but I just kind of had a craving for it. So I come back in and go, oh, cool. It was what I like to call the helpful hacker. And comically enough, all of my experiences with getting hacked in video games, thankfully, have been the helpful hacker. Now, the helpful hacker is still kind of scary because they hacked your stuff and you don't know what they're going to do to you in the future. But this helpful hacker has broken into your account. You have your credit card on it. He doesn't steal your credit card information. He doesn't make any charges. He just levels up your stuff and helps you progress. The helpful hacker is a very, very strange individual, one who seems to be misunderstood, but is only trying to help noobs. Or they're using your account as a Smurf account to fucking pwn a bunch of bitches because they're really good at the game, or something. I don't know. Point is, I like to look at it from an optimism perspective. They helped me level up, they got me a bunch of stuff that I probably wouldn't have gotten. So that was cool and all. After a while, I stopped playing COD, so this kind of problem has not come up relatively recently. I'm sure it'll happen again, because I'm playing a popular game again. In fact, that comes to my second story. Fortnite. I used to play a lot of Fortnite. I don't play it terribly much anymore, so I'm sure I'm going to get hacked again when I haven't been playing. That's another thing I notice, is they seem to target accounts that haven't been signed in for a very long time. Because if you're an active player, you'll notice that you've been hacked. So I think they seem to target accounts that aren't active in the game. So I had taken a break from Fortnite for a while. Okay, here's what it was. It was, oh gosh, what season was this? It was, okay, think. The season with, like, the Valkyrie pickaxe and Valkyrie glider, like the thing that looks like a fucking phoenix. It was that season. So, my friend finally got me back into Fortnite, so I started playing. I look and I go, oh, well, there's only like a week or two left in this battle pass. I'll just wait for the next one. It was either a week or a month or something. I think it might have been like a month, and I'm like, you know what? Before I purchase the battle pass, I'm just going to wait for the new one to start. So I just chilled. I didn't play Fortnite. I had on my calendar when the new thing would start. So I come on in. And my friend then decides to convince me to sign in like the day before the battle pass reset. I'm like, sure, fine, whatever. So I go and I sign in. I look at my V-Bucks balance and it was lower than I remember. And I'm like, huh, that's weird. I go over to the battle pass. So here's what happened. Someone, they did not use my credit card. They didn't make any false purchases. I had enough V-Bucks sitting in my balance. So what they did is they used the pre-existing V-Bucks that I had there. I didn't pay for these V-Bucks. I got them through the single player at the time. So I just had V-Bucks sitting there. They used those V-Bucks to purchase the Battle Pass. They then level up the entire Battle Pass in its entirety to max. And that's all they do. That's everything they did. They hacked my account. They used my existing V-Bucks to purchase the Battle Pass. They then leveled up the Battle Pass. I think grabbed one thing from the store for me, but I still had plenty of V-Bucks and I could still afford the next Battle Pass sitting there. So all they did was help me. Now, did they troll me and place a bunch of nonsense in my single player world and completely make the thing look like an absolute mess? Yes, they did that. And they had fun doing that. But they did help me through my entire Battle Pass and got me a whole bunch of stuff that I really did want, but I knew there was no way I'd get it all in time. But they managed to get me a bunch of stuff in that Battle Pass that I really, really, really wanted, but I knew I was not going to be able to do it myself. So, they helped. They were a helpful hacker. They didn't change my password on me. They didn't lock me out of my account. All they did was have fun and help me. So that one I figured out. I got panicked and thought they hacked my Xbox account. No, what actually happened, I didn't have an Epic account tied to my, I either had an Epic account with a really shit password tied in, or I didn't have an Epic account or something like that. But what I found out is they hacked through the Epic system instead of through the Xbox system. So that's how they got into my account. So I signed in I created my Epic account, like linked my Xbox account to it and two-factor authentication and everything so that it wouldn't happen again. And I also blocked every single person that the hacker had added on the Epic friends request thing who they theoretically played with. So yeah, that was necessarily a stressful couple days when I realized what the fuck was going on and that I got hacked. But also I wasn't necessarily mad, I just wanted to make sure that they didn't hack me again. But yeah, so that was a helpful hacker. Now, don't hack me. But all I'm saying is that there are sometimes a strange group of hackers that when you look at what they've done, they could have done stuff to seriously mess with you. They could have stolen your credit card information, they could have made an obnoxious amount of payments, they could have purchased a fuck ton of stuff. But no, all they did was help you. Now, I do have one other story about a hacker that's not a helpful hacker that I'll tell here. This was back in high school. So, at the time, my internet was being really, really bad. I had Comcast, comically enough. And I would notice that the internet would fail for a momentary second right around 6 o'clock. And sometimes it would do it sooner. But the important thing that I noticed was that when I got home from school, I had just added someone new on Steam before I left. And I had left my computer running. So I come back from school, and I sit down at my computer, and I notice there's an email typed in to Steam, and they're about to sign into a PayPal account to buy something. So, I look at this and I go, well, someone just tried to hack me. They lost connection because the internet went out, and they freaked out and didn't try and reconnect. My internet spazzed out right at the time they were about to try and make a purchase. So that was weird. And they left their email account. I know exactly who it is. So I reported it to the FBI Cybercrimes Division, and they did nothing. Probably because they have better things to do than deal with someone who didn't actually steal any money. They didn't do anything. They just violated my computer system and didn't commit any monetary fraud. They had bigger things to do than one guy who remotely accessed my computer and did nothing. So no malice on that. I don't hold any grudges. I just think it's hilarious that this guy typed in his password. Also, what was this guy gonna do? Like, seriously. He didn't use my payment methods or anything. He was about to sign into his PayPal on my Steam. What would that do? Was he trying is he trying to make it look like I hacked him or something? I don't know. Like, I have no idea what was going through this guy's head or why he did that. But it's hysterical. Either he's trying to buy something on his, or he's trying to, like, gift himself something. I don't know what he's trying to do. I genuinely have no idea what the objective or logic behind that was, but that's what that guy was doing. So yeah, this was my ramble about times I've been hacked. And yeah, I think it's a fun story time. If you guys want to see more story times from me, let me know. Yeah. See you guys later, y'all.